What's up, guys? It's your boy Houston Rocket back with another video. Today I have some Barilla Ready Mac. These are the elbow noodles. And then I use a packet of Velveeta liquid gold and add it to that and a little bit of cayenne pepper. That's it. Microwave the noodles for 60 seconds. Microwave it again with a knob of butter and the sauce. And then add the cayenne last. Stir it up. And it is some of the best macaroni and cheese, especially for being microwavable. I'm getting ahead of myself though. Let me do this dab. I hope it's a positive day for everyone, and what I mean by when I say that, I don't mean that I hope something positive for you necessarily happens, but I hope you're able to find the positivity in whatever's going on in your life, because that right there is a superpower. Cheers. That was a nice dab. And there's still oil in the chamber. Let's go. That's one of them ones I gotta wipe my forehead off before I can do anything else. And then after I do that, I gotta throw that away. Holy shit. Got some Jolly Rancher watermelon. I've been doing my drink mixes with more water because I've been over consuming them. I like the flavors a lot. I just need to start mixing them with more water. It's weird because for me, health and fitness are hit or miss. And I'm definitely not in shape by any means. I've lost a fuck ton of weight over the past year and a half. Probably not in the healthiest of ways. Some of which were. But trying to find that balance after definitely like excluding the non-healthy ways. Because you've adapted to doing things out of that. There's definitely like an unlearning or an unteaching yourself you have to go through. But that's part of the journey, right? You know, I like when I'm talking with people and they share their experience, because it gives a different perspective. I have learned in life when people share their experience, don't share yours back. We find ourselves sometimes wanting to relate. And especially if you have like autistic traits, ADHD traits, whether you're diagnosed or not, like 90% of America has the traits. Give yourself some patience, but no, not everybody wants to hear your side too, but that's okay. You'll find some people that will. And when it's your turn to share, you'll see the difference in people who feel like they need to share and relate versus people who are sharing out of like mockery, people who are sharing to one up or to best somebody. Got the fucking dab sweats. Holy shit. That dab hit. That was the banana punch. It punched. Something I really, really like when it comes to going through things and learning, and as graceful as you are with people, especially people that don't deserve any grace, it's crazy. It's crazy how the universe will reflect that one back to you. Because we find ourselves sometimes trying to decide and play judge, jury, executioner on who deserves certain things. When it comes to your peace, your heart, your safety, those are the three big ones that you need to look out for. If somebody's putting your safety at risk, if being around somebody makes you feel uncomfortable, if you don't feel like you can trust being around somebody or trust the person you're around, those are pretty good indicators. Don't let yourself be fooled, though. Those things that you think, why would I think that? You wouldn't. Those aren't your thoughts. They're not even the other person's thoughts. They're actions that the person's thinking about, that whether you guys want to acknowledge or not, when you're connected in that way, your partners can sense and feel and experience things the way that you experienced them, to where they can know whether you tell them or not. It just made me think about something that occurred between me and an ex. And this is a long time ago. Where they had to clear their conscience before they could get married to somebody else. And all I could think about is like, this is just the stuff that I called you out on, that you denied, that it took, I think, like 5 years for that person to finally like come forth and admit that certain things were the case and that they did happen. Excuse me. Now in present day, you look bad at a lot of stuff that you shrugged off, or that you like excused away out of like immaturity, or wanting to feel loved, or wanting to be in a relationship or whatever. And you realize like how much you might have been being used the same way. And you kind of start to feel like bad for yourself, but then you start to realize like, I wasn't exactly the best in that relationship either. If you're a healthy person. If you are delusional I think you think everybody thinks that way, and they don't. Most everybody thinks like it was the other person. They're the reason why I this. That sucks because that's a lack of accountability on their part, but that's not your responsibility. Your responsibility is you, your actions, and how you do things. And their actions are their responsibility and how they do things. So, when it comes to that, don't let yourself be fooled by the people that like to they know they're thinking about something that makes you think, and when they recognize it, they'll say something that contradicts the fact that if you loved me, you wouldn't have done this thing that I can feel and think about with you, because you're thinking about it so strongly, because it either just happened or you are thinking about doing it again, or you enjoyed it so much or whatever. And the reality is you'll find the universe allowing things to happen because a person's been playing around with you, and you will completely reject what it is the universe is allowing to happen, because it's not something that you would want to do. But it will be the very key that actually kind of forces the person who you probably really shouldn't be fucking with to stop fucking with you. If that happens, thank the universe, because sometimes we can find ourselves in precarious situations where we don't know how to remove ourselves, or how to remove a person in a situation where we can't necessarily up and disappear or vanish or leave. But at the same time, it's not good or healthy for you to be around, or for you to be involved, or you to be interacting with certain people. So you have to know those boundaries and limitations for yourself, and sometimes you have to ask for outside help, because the universe does it will look out for you in those senses. And when you don't know how to make something happen like that, the universe will show you very quickly this is something that you can't do, but I got you. All right, those are the moments the universe actually likes to show up and show out. And whatever energy you're familiar with in that sense, that's what I'm talking about. Whether you call it something else or whatever, that frequency, because it's, in my opinion, it would be the same. If it's not the same, it's not what I'm talking about. With that being said, there are some times where we can get out of a place where that frequency doesn't strike. That's a good point to recognize for ourselves. We're not in that place. Sometimes giving it a rest is the best. Giving it a rest and letting yourself think, and oh yeah, I missed this, and I wish I could again, or I wish I had some of this again, or I wish I could do this again. I wish I could fuck around with this person again. Whatever. But then you'll give yourself some time to really think about that too. And you'll realize no, there really is not anything healthy that comes about, even in being trying to do healthy things. There's too much of a question. Is the person seriously interacting with me, or are they fucking with me? Is the situation really the way it is, or is it something I'm misconstruing? It's not. If that's how you feel about it, that's how it is. That doesn't mean it won't change, but you got to pay attention to that and discern that for yourself too. For me, it's a big part of I had to change how I was eating. I had to change the things I was doing day to day. I have to change the medication that I'm still using, because my day-to-day pain levels are still real fucked up. And it's hard for me to operate unless I either have a very, very strong amount of cannabis, or pain medicine, or I can get to a point with my gabapentin where the pain isn't bad enough with that the gabapentin does it enough. But for the most part, the dabs, the edibles that I take, those help with a lot of pain. So that in turn allows me to function, because when I'm not thinking about the pain, how I'm kind of rocking right now, that's because of my fucking back. And like when I get to that point, no, all I can think about is that. That's it. There's not much else. I could talk to you about a bunch of stuff. Doesn't mean I'm thinking about it. I'm responding. I'm not thinking about it much because I'm in the back of my head about my back. But I can tell you this, that's not a forever thing. Those pains, those aches, those whatevers, when you take action, whether it be taking better care of yourself, whether it be doing something that you know you need to do that you haven't, whatever that might be for you, you'll know for yourself what that is. But when you get to that place where you actually get tired of dealing with the issue and you get to the point where you want that thing so badly, you'll do what it is that you need to do. I can attest to that because there's several things that I wanted very badly that the only way to do it was very, very hard, difficult labor. Tedious fucking labor. That sometimes is not what I want to do. And I will ask the universe and my energy as many times as possible, like, please, let's keep this as little tedious as possible, as tediousless as possible. Like, please make this as smooth as possible. Thank you for making this as smooth as possible, kind of thing. Because the more you think about how it's not, you're going to attract that thing that's not. The more you are giving thanks to how it is, while reminding yourself that things can change and the thing that you really want, while you might not know how to word it, you might not know how to display it, you might not know how to act on it, when you let the universe know, look, there's something in my heart that I don't know how to explain to you that I want more than anything. And I want that thing bad enough that I'll do whatever I need to do it if you'll show me what it is I need to do that. And when you ask that question seriously, referencing back to this Jordan Peterson video that I know that was a fucking, but we got there eventually. Referencing back to this fucking Jordan Peterson video, him talking about like asking this question seriously enough that you will take it serious, because when the universe gives you that answer back, you won't be able to live with yourself in a way that is conducive to doing even the daily bare minimum. After this point, it's like a point of no return. Like for me, I can barely let my bed go without being made anymore, just because I've been so consistently used to making my bed that like it irks me to not make my bed right now. My bed isn't super messy. I have my pillow strung across and my blanket isn't laid across it, but like it's bugging me right now because I made it this morning and then got back in bed and then fucking got up and left the shit the way it was for whatever reason. So whenever I make it again, because I will make it again, it's gonna be nice and like comfortable to lay back in it when it's made again. But knowing even when you have those things, the things that you know you should be doing that you aren't doing, that are making you feel some type of way, that's a good response too. That's a good thing that your body is telling you that like, hey, that thing that you think wasn't doing nothing, that you felt like was just a waste of time, guess what? It was doing more than you think, and your body's thinking of that thing more than you're thinking about what you're thinking about, really. So like, I'm actually gonna probably end this video with a peace and much love and get up and make my bed. Peace and much love.